think it's time for my mom to get medicine for comfort. My sister disagrees. My sister doesn't live with us and may have it too. Other than hospice, what else can I do to help her discomfort?
First, I'm going to answer what you didn't actually ask and just talk a little bit to what you're going through. We always say that Huntington's disease is a family disease. It doesn't just affect the person with the disease, it affects the whole family. And one of the things it does is it complicates relationships. So now you're not only your mother's daughter, you're not only your sister's sister, you are also a caregiver for your mother. And those different relationships sometimes can conflict with each other. It's really difficult when you want the whole family to be on board with the care of your loved one, but sometimes you guys are going to disagree. And it's really hard when the people who are disagreeing are not the people who are there all day, every day. And it's not that they don't have your mom's best interest in mind, but just their idea of what that is might be, I don't want to say tainted, but just different because they're coming from a different perspective. So one of the things that you have to do as your mother's primary caregiver is also be her advocate. And that means that sometimes you have to face those conflicts with those other relationships in your family. One of the things you can do is get your mom's doctors to be the bad guy. I'm always happy to be the one who says, you know what, this is what's best. And I need the whole family on board with this. So we're always happy to back you up. Now, to answer your actual question, there are a lot of ways to address your mother's comfort without going all the way to hospice. Hospice is designed to ease people through the end of their life. So it's really focused on let's make you comfortable and let you leave your life gracefully. And it's a great thing. A lot of people, I think, have a fear of it or want to avoid it because it's a sort of this giving up, which is not what it is. I think when it's the right time, it is something that should be embraced, but it really is just for the very end. However, there's something that's called palliative care that is more appropriate for the longer term. It's not, oh, we're not going to treat things. We're not going to go to the hospital. We're not going to treat an infection or those sorts of things. It's just, we're dealing with a chronic illness here, a chronic progressive illness. So it's just more of a focus on not just treating this symptom or this symptom, not just controlling the movements, not just getting the right wheelchair, but how do we look at you as a whole person and make sure we're really addressing your quality of life to the greatest extent that we have. There are actually palliative care teams, so doctors and nurses and other healthcare professionals who actually specialize in this, and it's not just specific for hunting. They think of things that we don't always think of in other areas. Those resources are different in different areas. So for example, here in Omaha, we've got a great inpatient palliative care team if somebody's in the hospital, but as an outpatient, there are a lot more, so it's a lot harder to get that, but sometimes you can get it through home health. Definitely a team to bring in early on, depending on what your resources are available in the area. But also, there's a lot of things with comfort that we can address that are not, it's not giving up. It's not just sedating your mom and letting her waste away. Depending on what it is that's making her uncomfortable, there are a lot of medications and therapies that we can do to maximize her comfort. So definitely work with your mother's doctors to just have a very frank, open discussion about goals of care. Let's keep her as healthy as we can for as long as we can, but let's also make sure that we're addressing all of her comfort needs.